In the bustling city of Langchang, Wu Lin performs a dramatic split, balancing his weight across two stacked bags, drawing curious stares from onlookers. His focus is momentarily broken by a child nearby, who clumsily eats an ice cream cone before peeing on the pavement. Suddenly, a gang of thugs charges past, knocking the child over and smearing his face in ice cream. Displeased by the sight of a crying child, Wu tracks the gang to a nearby alley, where they're about to attack a man named Mr. Li. Mr. Li tries to reward him, but Wu walks away silently, unaware that one last thug is watching from a parked car. Back at the square, Wu is surrounded by black cars and suited men. Tension fills the air until their leader steps out, Zhang Li, Wu's childhood comrade and fellow disciple. The two embrace, and Wu is invited to Jiang's home. Over dinner, they catch up, and Zhang bitterly recalls being banished from their master's school for misusing the iron boots. Wu reveals their master has passed away and solemnly presents the urn containing his ashes. Zhang, overcome by grief, breaks down. Days later, Wu trains intensely while Zhang recalls his own banishment, resenting that Wu was chosen to inherit the iron boots. Meanwhile, the thug reports to his boss, Mr. Fu, who promptly executes a traitor in front of a pet tiger. Wu later visits Jiang's elite bodyguard agency. The metal detector reacts to his boots, but Zhang overrides protocol. Their new client turns out to be Mr. Li, the same man Wu saved. Although unimpressed by the agency's demo, Mr. Li notices Wu calmly interacting with a guard dog and chooses him as Feifei's personal bodyguard. That night, Mr. Li escorts Wu to an upscale bar to fetch his daughter Feifei, who is coping with a breakup. When Feifei violently rejects a suitor, Wu intervenes just in time, rescuing her from harm. After she falls asleep, Mr. Li departs to report to the police. The next morning, Feifei wakes to find Wu meditating in her living room. Unable to reach her father and failing to bribe Wu, she tries to dismiss him. Wu recites her personal details and criticizes her lifestyle, impressing upon her his sense of duty. At a restaurant, Wu prevents Feifei from drinking tampered wine. Embarrassed after being proven wrong, she flees to the restroom. Outside, she is abducted by the disguised waitress and others posing as bystanders. Wu fights off his attackers, leaps across buildings, and finally crashes into the van carrying Feifei using his iron boots. They escape safely, and Feifei begins to understand Wu's skills. She confides her disdain for bodyguards, though she admits Wu is different. Later, Zhang receives a cryptic message: success requires sacrifice. Wu reminisces about his harsh childhood training and realizes the masked attacker wore the same medallion as his adoptive father. Confronting Zhang, Wu accuses him of betrayal. Zhang responds that times have changed and declares Wu's bodyguard duties over. When Wu refuses to leave, Zhang attacks. Zhang decides to renounce their brotherhood. Wu pieces together memories. Jiang's words echo those of the man who once threw him off a cliff. Wu and Feifei retreat to a beach house. Meanwhile, Mr. Li is revealed to be a prisoner of the Man in the Hat, who turns out to be Fo Mian, Wu's biological father and the man responsible for countless crimes. As Wu and Feifei grow closer, he reveals his boots weigh 25 kilos each and his heart is on the right side. Mr. Li's hidden letter confides he has cancer and details Fo Mian's involvement in his wife's death. At the bodyguard company, Zhang spars with his men, preparing them for a rematch against Wu. One night, gangsters ambush Wu and Feifei. She is captured and chained in a warehouse. Wu is ensnared by a foot trap and overwhelmed. Despite heavy blows, Wu fights back until he's knocked unconscious and buried alive in the forest. Zhang reflects on their past but ultimately delivers the final betrayal. Buried, Wu recalls his underwater endurance training. Holding his breath, he claws out of the grave and returns to the beach house. He watches Mr. Li's message and decides to act. Cutting his hair, removing his boots, and donning a suit, he storms the Bodyguard headquarters. Without his boots, Wu is faster and deadlier. In the final chamber, he discovers Feifei and Mr. Li imprisoned and comes face to face with Fo Mian. Fo Mian admits to orchestrating Wu's abandonment and Feifei's suffering for his own gain. Zhang, once Wu's ally, turns on Fo Mian, declaring their debt settled. Fo Mian executes Zhang for his failure. Wu is shot but survives due to his reversed heart. He defeats Fo Mian's gunman and confronts his father, choosing mercy over vengeance. Wu rescues Mr. Li and Fei Fei, walking away from Fo Mian's toxic legacy. In the final scenes, Fei Fei visits her father's grave while Wu scatters his master's ashes from the cliff where his story began, bringing his journey full circle. Thanks for watching. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe for more of these recaps. Until next time, have a nice day.